Hello guys, welcome back to a hopefully short episode. I am here in Sweden with our trusted camper van Nigel, which you already know by now. And I'm having some minor troubles. So from time to time the engine throws a P0235 error code, which tells me there is a problem with the turbocharger pressure sensor, but this car doesn't have any. So I looked it up and I already thought so, but it's pointing me to the MAP sensor, the manifold air pressure sensor. And I suspect that it has been fouled by soot from the EGR, because I've cleaned it I think 2 years ago, and back then the whole sensor was like clogged with soot. So I guess the same thing happened now. Now the car still drives fine, but I want to avoid any problems, so I'm gonna try and remove the sensor and clean it. It's gonna be a hacky job, but when I get back home I plan on removing the whole intake manifold and clean the whole thing. I guess it's gonna be full of soot. So guys, as a reminder, this is the 3-liter Iveco engine, and the sensor we're looking for is located down there with the blue sticker. It's gonna be tight, but normally I think this moves out of the way, and if we disconnect this turbo hose, we should be able to get there and pull it out. So I moved the plastic, what is this, kind of electronics stuff out of the way. Now we can clearly see the filter. Now the cable here, this one is disconnected. It's one from the glow plugs, one of the faulty glow plugs that I disconnected. Next step is to remove the hose so I can get to the connector below, and I think then I should have enough room to get to the sensor. Normally when you remove the bolt you can just pull it right out. Okay, so with the turbo hose out of the way, we have plenty of room to get to the sensor, disconnect it and pull it out. With a 10mm socket and an extension you can get there quite easily. Shouldn't be too tight. And sorry, but I'm traveling, so I don't have all my gear to properly film, but you can follow along. Oh, look, it's not even that tight. Just don't drop the bolt. I recently bought this magnet on Ali for a few euros. Look, it's kind of practical.
A few moments later.
So this became a nightmare because the sensor broke off. So I'm now removing the front so I can get better access to what's left in the hole. Okay guys, it's a half an hour later. I managed to glue the sensor back together, but I am unable to twist it back into the right position. So I'm going to trust it's gonna stay there. I don't want to touch it anymore because I fear that I'll have to remove the manifold in order to push out the other side of the sensor, and I'm not gonna do that here in the wilderness. Well guys, it runs. And we have no check engine light. Okay guys, so as you could see, the vehicle runs again. I hope it still drives well too. We will see tomorrow. I didn't dare to twist the glued back together sensor back into place so I could secure it with a bolt. I think because it is, well, actually very clearly seized into the intake manifold. I think it will stay into place. I just hope that the super glue will hold it. I don't think the pressure in the intake manifold is really that high. I think personal lesson for me is don't mess with things if you're not at home unless it's absolutely necessary, especially on this vehicle, because we don't want to end up stranded. I still hope that you learned something. I plan on making a part 2 of this video where I will actually fix the broken sensor. It's actually a cheap one, like 50 euros, and we will take off the intake manifold this time and clean everything up. I'm actually quite interested in how much soot inside there is. I did replace the throttle valve 2 years ago, but I didn't take off the intake manifold. But even then there was like a decent amount of soot already inside, so I guess now after, let's say, 50,000 more kilometers, it might be sooted up. So that is going to be an interesting video. Anyway, thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.